Welcome back to another Wuthering Waves video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Jianxin. We're going to be talking about her auto attacks, her skills, and her ultimate attack. And we're going to break it down in this video on how her kit exactly works. I just came across this little tutorial section, which makes it a lot easier to make the video because it shows like true damage and really nice build. So why don't we go over it really quick. So Jianxin is an arrow unit. She basically does wind attacks and she's a Tai Chi master. As you can see, this is like a fully built, Jianxin, not as good as the one I have right now during beta, but this one is still pretty good. The important things to factor in about her kit, she does need HP because her HP, I believe, is part of her shield and attack, because from her skills she has a lot of attack bonuses. Like she has attack increase and crit, and she has also crit rate. I didn't even know that she actually has crit rate in her kit. She's pretty much an actual DPS unit with like a shield. She heals and she could gather enemies. She's honestly, in my opinion right now, just from me using her, she feels like an S tier unit. She's such a well-rounded character. You could put her on any team. I think she's going to be a unit that's going to be used a lot, especially for gathering smaller enemies, especially if you're going to do some endgame content in the Tower of Adversity. This unit will definitely help you a lot. We have a lot of HP. We have 27k, 1700 attack, 7164 ratio, which I don't even know if that's possible to do. That's pretty insane ratios. Kind of feels unrealistic because, I mean, this is like a trial, right? And then she has Abyss Surges, which is a weapon that you get from the standard weapon banner that's selectable. You could pick which one, and this one has a ton of attack and it's at rank 5, so like not a lot of people are going to be able to get this weapon at rank 5, but rank 1 I'm pretty sure does good enough, right? Echo set, she basically has the 4-piece Sierra Gale, which basically gives you arrow damage and also boost your intro skill and arrow damage bonus as well. With that being said, let's go over her skills really quick. Her skills here are basically just normal auto attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's just punching and punching and punching, right? Her skill. Now, something I really want to let people know about her skill, the reason why she's such a broken unit. I've tested this so many times. I wanted to be sure about this, about what I'm about to say. With her skill, she can literally parry anything. She could parry any attack. She could parry any parry window. She could parry literally anything, because it's like when she gets into the stance, she's like immune to damage. And if you let go, she counters. So she basically takes all the damage and then brings that damage back, like how it was in the dev talk, like, you know, like he was going like that, Kamehameha, you know, she basically does that. This is why she's such a broken unit. Her ultimate is even more broken. It's a freaking tornado yin yang thing, okay? Her ultimate literally gathers enemies together, spiraling them and doing a ton of damage. Her Forte circuit. Now, I'm not gonna go over all this because it's insane, but let me just break it down for you very easily. The resonance chain at the bottom, your goal is to fill it up all the way when you're DPSing. When you have it full, you're gonna wanna hold your charge attack. And when you hold your charge attack, she does like this crazy Tai Chi move. It drains all the way, and when you drain it all the way, she creates a shield and she heals herself. If you do it halfway or a quarter of the way, she only creates the shield, I believe. So there's different names to it. I don't want to break that down too much because that translation could change, but let's go over exactly how she works here just to showcase you really quick. So look, we're gonna do the regular auto attacks. It's 4 auto attacks. You do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, so now we gotta jump. Oh, that, dude, this attack is so sick. She jumps and auto attacks there, and she does like this stomp move, right? Super cool. Now we're gonna do the heavy attack. You basically just hold, and she does that. And I love that bell noise too. The actual skill. I don't know if he's gonna attack, but if you hold it, someone could hit you in that time frame. And when they hit you, she counters automatically. Now let's do the heavy attack again. We have the whole bar down here. If you look down here, it drains all the way, right? And she creates this shield that has green and gold. This is your goal, so you could have the shield and the heals. And if you could see this little yellow bar, that's basically like a defense, not a defense buff, but it's like a shield buff where she could take damage and she won't lose actual health. When chi reaches its maximum, a long charging stick can be cast by a heavy attack, gathering chi around oneself, causing arrow damage and gradually consuming. Now, one thing to note is that when you're holding this attack, For some instances, you're pretty much invulnerable for a little bit, but there's some attacks that can knock you back and completely destroy your whole charge attack. So use this wisely, and I would advise that if you're gonna use it when the boss or the enemy is staggered and they're down, because it will give you time to do the charge attack without receiving damage and knocking you out and then completely making you start over the whole process all over again. There's level 1 shield, level 2 shield, level 3, and level 4. I personally think level 4 is the best one because you get the most benefit from it, but there is levels to it, right? So I believe level 1 would be like the lowest shield, no heals. Level 2, you get shield. And like, as you see down here, you'll see the level of shield that you receive as you go up through the levels each time you do the charge attack. If you do the charge attack and you finish too early, you get the lowest shield. If you go halfway, it's level 2. And then if you go third of the way, it's level 3. And if you do the whole thing, it's level 4, which is the one that you want. Now let's do her ultimate attack. She basically sucks in everything and does this amazing animation. I freaking love it. And she basically does that. I really like Jianxin a lot. She's probably one of the most broken, I'm telling you right now, when Global comes out, end game content, like if you're gonna do tower adversity or if you need to like gather enemies or something, she's gonna be very useful. And she's gonna be really good as a solo character because she can heal herself, she can shield herself. She's basically a DPS unit with support built in her kit, so she definitely does not need any help at all from a team. I've used her in tower adversity and I've soloed with her and she slaps. Okay, she's such a great unit to have in general. So I'm hoping that when Global comes out, I'm gonna be able to pull for her and actually have her on the team because I really do like her a lot. I love her design too. She's great and I love the way she fights. She like does this Tai Chi stuff, you know. It's really, really cool. I really hope that this video taught you something, brought you some value. I know a lot of people are gonna say is like, oh, why don't you go over this? There's a lot of mistranslation here. I don't wanna go over all of this information. I'm gonna hope that this information stays the same. I don't know if it will because a lot of the units that I've covered before in CBT1, a lot of their kits have changed quite a bit. So I'm not gonna do all the characters. The ones I really wanna focus on is Jianxin, Kalcharo, and Ling Yang because they're the newest characters, right? All the other characters I'm not gonna cover yet. I wanna wait until Global to actually do that. Let me know what you guys think about Jianxin. Are you gonna pull for her? Is she like a must pull for you? Do you think she's too broken? Do you think they're gonna nerf her? Do you think she's too strong? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on her. One more thing before we end this video. I wanted to end this video with a crazy clip of a insane parry that I did with Jianxin. Is a perfect example of a parry that you have to time very, very well. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you've seen anyone else do that type of parry, but I think I might have been the first one to do it. So make sure to watch that before the video ends. So watch it. Missed a dodge there. I missed a dodge, bro. Oh, the timing on that was crazy. I've never done that. Oh my God, it was so sick. That was a charge attack too, so I had to time that really good.